Hello, I am Nimja, and this is Mad Scientist. Will this adventure be naughty or nice? Do you already know, or is it a surprise? In this file, I will transport you somehow, somewhere to a different place, a different time perhaps, where it's time for you to awaken into a dream, drifting into a fantasy, one of heroes and villains, a world where you'll probably be rescued at some point, maybe. Now there is, of course, a beginning to every story, a middle and an end. Shall we begin in the middle this time? Forgo introductions and simply let you know where you are. Close your eyes and listen. Listen to the sounds around you. You'd be surprised what you can hear in a secret underground laboratory. Who knows what sounds sneak in through the walls, and what all the devices inside tell. Before you would awaken into a dream, you'd slowly become aware that you are somewhere else, and that it can even feel comfortable to wake up like this. Whatever the mad scientist, me, used on you, it left no trace. The last thing you remember is beginning to listen to some strange hypnosis file, and then suddenly you are here, strapped down in a strangely reclining chair. You may wonder, why you? Why are you here? Well, if I'm really honest, there's no good reason. There's no real reason why you're here. You just happen to be at the wrong place at the wrong time. You looked so vulnerable listening that it took all but a puff of smoke and a bit of time to transport you here, moving you both physically and mentally into my domain. Now perhaps in the dream you would open your eyes and would look around to what seems to be, well, definitely some kind of lab. Like any good mad scientist, I am sure to have plenty of beakers, glassware, lenses, lights, sounds, shapes and sizes of different things, a little overwhelming perhaps. Is that the intention? That everywhere you look you see strange, unfamiliar shapes that deform some of the reality that you're familiar with? While different elements, of course, are not completely unusual. Screens, magnifying glass, test tubes. There's a few other things as well, but your brain tries to avoid looking at them. I'm sure you've been told that it's never wise to look around a mad scientist's lab. You never know what they'll try on you. Besides, it's not like you can see everything. You're sitting in a reclined chair, comfortably aimed at a large screen in front of you. And of course, there's the necessary equipment nearby, monitoring your pulse, your breathing, your blood pressure. All thanks to technology, isn't it wonderful? And you may wonder why I would want to monitor all of this. Well, I want to know exactly when your mind melts. You are here as my guinea pig, my test subject. I know that I only have limited time until you're rescued. Probably. But, while you're here, I'm sure we can have some fun, can't we? It might all be a little overwhelming for your poor innocent mind. Actually, I don't even know how innocent you are. I know nothing about you. I guess that makes the next things even easier. So let's see how suitable you are. How will we do it? What works best on you? A smooth, sneaky voice, frequencies of sound subtly woven into the background, a music track that appears so innocent at first and yet contains hidden information only your unconscious can decipher. Maybe visuals, spirals, moving shapes and changing sizes distorting your vision. Every time you blink, some of the movement will be echoed, burned into your retina, frozen and moving at the same time. Oh, of course you could look away, but there's all these reflective surfaces. You know how long I had to make sure. Yes, all nice and shiny. Everywhere you look, it reflects the screen. Of course, you can close your eyes if you want to, keep them firmly shut, so much that you know that you wouldn't want to open them for anything. That would be too easy, wouldn't it, if I were to just take your mind away like that? Maybe I can. Maybe I'm just toying with you. Maybe I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm a mad scientist after all. However, it looks like you're slowly getting ready, that your mind is being melted, morphed, molded into a shape that pleases me. And I think you're almost ready, almost prepared for the experiments. Now, part of you may wonder what kind of experiments a mad scientist would do onto an unsuspecting citizen. Well, that depends. See, some of you are very nice, and all I'll do is scramble your brain a little bit, perhaps make you more compliant so that you can serve my needs if the hero would ever to show up, while others are more naughty and require a more in-depth approach. This could go either way, Maybe I should flip a coin, or just decide. I wonder what you'd want right now, or if you'd even want the choice. Perhaps the lack of choice is more enticing, going even deeper with all this hypnotizing. Your mind does not have much left. Now, speaking of choice and trying and voice, do you know about trying? How trying is simply a way for you to fail. When you try to be on time, when you try to make it, you know that you probably won't. So try to open your eyes. Very interesting, beautifully done. Now you can stop trying and just close them again. Let me adjust some of the machinery. Let's make sure that all of this takes you even deeper as you relax all the way down. Yeah, that looks better. In a moment, I'm going to ask you to try again, and you'll find it even harder. It's enjoyably difficult. Try and open your eyes again. Very good. Now, let's go even deeper and drop. That's excellent results for my experiment. And I guess we'll just have to amuse ourselves for now until, well, whoever will show up to try and rescue you. You may not have noticed, but the background music is shifting, changing, drifting from one side to the other to pull you down even deeper. That reminds me, I still have, yes, where did I leave it? There it is. Now, of course, I wouldn't want you to tell any stories about this, now would I? I don't want people to find this place just like that. You're only here by my invitation, whether you wanted to or not, but that's besides the point. No, this should help scramble your brain a little bit. Let me place the electrodes nice on your heads. No sense in struggling now. There we go. That's better. Now see, if I turn this on, you might feel a strange tingling sensations just, close to your ears and a bit in your mind, your brain. That wonderful, almost relaxing tingling. And it has the pleasant side effect that all those thoughts and memories of the last 10 minutes or so are being scrambled into a blissful blur. Now, while the device is doing its job, you can do something for me. In a moment, I'm going to tell you to repeat my words, and when you do, you'll find that it relaxes you so nicely. It just helps you to go all nice and deep, and you'll make excellent bait. I am repeating these words. I am repeating everything you say. It feels so good to listen. It's so nice to go deeper. Relaxing is healthy. Healing is relaxing. The more relaxed I am, the better I feel. I don't even notice the tingling anymore. My thoughts are simply fading. It's nice to be tricked like this. And even nicer to be treated like this. I enjoy being bait for now. I'll enjoy being rescued by the hero. I probably can't remember anything. It feels good not to think. Excellent, you can stop repeating now. You have been a wonderful subject, and I can say that several of these experiments have yielded incredible results. It will help progress science. Lovely. Now what to do with you? You're all nice and blank. Now, of course, I could use you as bait for the hero, leaving you all nice and mindless until you get rescued. And I wonder what would happen then. Would you be happy to return to the normal world, or would you miss the relaxing blankness that I've given you? These machines are quite powerful, you know. Although I guess I shouldn't tease you too much. I'm only a mad scientist. I'm not bad or evil, just slightly morally challenged. You'll be fine. All of this is entirely harmless, and if anything, you might even find yourself more capable of focusing and relaxing, studying and concentrating on anything that you want to do. At least, so they tell me. I mean, you don't think that you were the first test subjects, did you? Maybe this is not even your first time. Perhaps you've been here again and again. Oh well. That's for another time, I guess. Now in a moment, this file will end, and as long as my voice follows, you can continue, well, resting, relaxing, listening, and all around enjoying this state even more. And if my voice doesn't follow, well, it'll wear off and you'll awaken fresh as a daisy. Perhaps slightly dizzy, confused, missing some memories, but it's all normal, it's all good. You don't have to worry about a thing. Well, you won't, but you'll like it, I'm sure. This is just a dream after all. Didn't you awaken into a dream? Enjoy.